Israeli forces of occupation continue their brutal aggression against the Gaza Strip, killing 121 and wounding more than 900. Scores of terrorists belonging to the so-called the Islamic State of Iraq and the Sham are killed to the west of Al-Ramadi. The Syrian Arab Army eliminates several non-Syrian terrorists and arrests others who tried to penetrate into Hama countryside.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Mirado Krikorian from the News Center in Damascus. In the Gaza Strip, Israeli forces of occupation continued their brutal aggression against the Palestinians, killing more than 100 and wounding 900 Palestinians. In retaliation, Palestinian resistance movement launched missiles against Israeli positions. News reports said that one of the missiles targeted a press conference for Israeli Prime Minister. Other missiles targeted an Israeli spy plane and a fuel station in Ashdod. Meanwhile, the brigades of Martyr Jihad Jibril, the military wing of the People's Front for the Liberation of Palestine, announced that they targeted the Israeli Kitzovim position by mortar bombs. Israeli sources said that 4 Israelis were killed as a result of the missile attacks carried out by the Palestinian resistance. Israeli radio said that about 150 Israelis were wounded since the beginning of the Israeli aggression on the Gaza Strip. Russia's permanent representative at the UN, Vitaly Churkin, said that the UN Security Council continued work on the draft resolution submitted by Russia to combat the illegal purchase of oil by terrorists in Syria. He added that the draft resolution emphasizes that the export or import of oil without the agreement of the sovereign state is considered illegal. He added that there is a real opportunity to adopt the Russian draft resolution, stressing the necessity of combating terrorism, referring that passing such a resolution would send a clear message to the state sponsoring and funding terrorism. Assistant Foreign and Expatriates Minister Hussam ad-Din Ala underscored the Syrian government's interest in vitalizing cooperation with UN humanitarian organizations and agencies for delivering relief aid to the crisis-hit areas. Ala was speaking during a tripartite meeting in Geneva dedicated to discuss the humanitarian situation in Syria, which brought together representatives of the Syrian Arab Republic, the Islamic Republic of Iran and Switzerland. He added that the right prelude to a resolution of the Syrian crisis lies in addressing the root causes that gave rise to aggravate humanitarian needs in some Syrian cities. He cited acts of terrorism, including attacks against infrastructures, state service institutions, and private and public properties, which resulted in waves of displaced citizens and a surge of humanitarian crisis in the areas afflicted with terrorism. The Assistant Minister stressed the importance of such meetings, which offer an opportunity to have a deeper dialogue that better improves the humanitarian situation in Syria. Ala welcomed the interest shown by Switzerland and Iran in support of humanitarian efforts in Syria, applauding the outcomes of the tripartite meetings. The Syrian Arab Army units continued its operations in Hama countryside. A Syrian Arab Army unit eliminated an armed terrorist group and arrested a number of terrorists who tried to penetrate into Morak village. Four citizens were killed and 4 others wounded as a result of the explosion of 2 gas cylinders in Al-Aziza neighborhood.
In Damascus, drugs combating units at the Ministry of Interior seized about 13 kilograms of Captagon drugs after arresting several drug dealers and traffickers. Welcome back. Holy Ramadan in Damascus has unique features as Damascus differs from the other cities, specifically in Aleppo area, which is overcrowded with people at the breakfast time. Finally, the Syrian Arab Red Crescent Society is an independent humanitarian organization that enjoys administrative and financial independence. It was established by the Presidential Decree number 540 for the year 1942 and the Decree number 117 for the year 1966, which regulate the work of the organization.
The organization has a main office and 14 branches distributed in all Syrian governorates, in addition to 14 sections affiliated to the branches. Its message is commitment to implement the 7 principles of the International Committee for the Red Cross and Red Crescent Organization: humanitarianism, internationality, unity, service, voluntarism, independence and non-alignment to protect the dignity of man and support the weakest categories.
We as SARC working during this crisis to help all people are in need in medical issues, of course. We have many clinics, about 60 clinics. We have 20 mobile clinics. We have mobile teams. We are trying to offer the medical assistance to all people in Syria.
We are working with the ICRC, we are working with the Federation. We have more than 14 international NGO, and we are working with some national NGO here and with the French society. But let me say very frankly, I have been receiving a lot of support and donation from all the country, but I never receive anything from Arab country.
The Red Crescent and Red Cross organization aims for voluntary relief that does not seek to achieve any benefit. All the movements have the same rights and commit to cooperate among each other. They do not discriminate according to nationality, race, class, religion, or political doctrines. Their only aim is to eliminate suffering and give priority to emergency conditions.
With this, we end our news for today. Thank you for watching. For more details about Syria and the region and to view this bulletin again, you can always visit our website in English, syriaonline.sy. Now to latest business and market news with Nariman Qassam, but after a short break.